I am now joined by Tom Richardson. He is the EGM of Bank Transition and Corporate Technology for Suncorp Group. Thank you so much for joining us, Tom.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
It's great to be here in Sydney with you. Now, a lot of our audience tuning in right now probably knows Suncorp Group. You are Australia and New Zealand's, one of Australia and New Zealand's largest insurance groups with some very well-known and recognized brands nationally. So you don't have to give us too much insight into what you do, but can you tell us what's been new for Suncorp Group over the past couple of years?
Yeah, look, Suncorp has many brands in addition to the Suncorp brand: Amy, GIO, Bingle, Vero. Lots of brands. Just to put some scale on Suncorp, we've got about 10 million customers.
Wow.
One of the biggest in the country. The last 3 years for Suncorp's been around simplifying the business. We used to have life insurance, wealth management and banking. Mm-hmm. We've divested all of those businesses with a focus on pure play insurance.
Wow.
That's the reason I joined Suncorp, to drive through the sale of Suncorp Bank, which we achieved July last year. We sold the bank to ANZ Bank.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit more about that. What is your role in this kind of the last couple of years in the divesting of those other parts of the business?
Yeah, so a couple of years getting ready to sell the bank to ANZ, and I now manage the ongoing relationship with ANZ as the new owners, which is still a sizable relationship. The other part of my job is managing technology for head office. So essentially I run tech for HR, finance, risk, legal, group corporate affairs, and that's where the relationship with Oracle comes in.
Got it. Okay, so with your role, can you give us some insight into why it is so crucial for insurance companies to modernize and the impact that can have not only on governance, but also on customer experience and efficiency?
Yeah, so alongside that business simplification, we've done 3 years of basic foundational tech simplification. Get out of data centers, 100% cloud.
Wow.
Modernize our data and customer and digital layers. Where we're at now is really two technology imperatives. One, platform modernization.
Okay.
And two, artificial intelligence enablement. Mm-hmm. Platform modernization piece, we're replatforming all of the 5 major insurance functions: policy, claims, marketing, contact center, and my area of corporate. Okay. And so we'll be fully onboarded to Oracle Fusion for Finance in May this year, and the HR business will follow in March next year.
Wow.
Statistically, that takes about 75% of my applications, about 85% of my data out of the picture.
Wow.
So truly simplifies it, and the opportunity there is partly about cost, but more importantly about agility and the ability to respond to the needs of those businesses.
I mean, this is a huge undertaking. How are you partnering with Oracle in this modernization effort?
So look, we've had a long-term relationship with Oracle. The finance platform is the old e-business platform.
Right.
So we're moving across from that. The HR implementation is new for us. We're partnering with Deloitte, who's obviously an Oracle partner.
Right.
And then other pieces of engineering work, we're using Oracle Consulting to assist us with whilst building up our own capability. So every piece of the kind of Oracle family is coming
involved,
into play at Suncorp.
Yeah. Why, again, you're talking about you have this long-lasting relationship with Oracle. Why choose Oracle as your partner for the cloud? I mean, instead of going with competitors or going elsewhere?
Look, it was a really easy decision around finance. We knew the product, we knew Fusion was essentially the next iteration. We took a very, very long, hard look at the HR systems that were out there, and it just fitted the size of our organization and the aspirations that we had to fundamentally change the experience of our staff.
Yeah, well, that's great to hear, and I'm glad even after that long process that Oracle was still the winner there. Now, you mentioned AI. Can you tell me about how you see AI driving further operational efficiency, better customer experience, and even a more competitive advantage for Suncorp?
Yeah, so I talked about those two technology imperatives, platform modernization and AI enablement. That's not a technology strategy, it's a fundamental assumption that underpins our business strategy. Right from the board down, the assumption is AI is part of the insurance framework, and AI is transformative within insurance. There's probably 3 reasons why. Data, digital, and people. On the data front, insurance has always been a data business.
Right.
Historically, that's around actuarial and risk management, but risk management now looks like real-time telemetry streams from vehicles. It looks like real-time weather monitoring. It looks like climate change prediction. That's all open to transformation through AI.
Wow.
On the digital front, we do about 80% of our origination and servicing digitally, and AI is just about making that experience better for customers. We're at about 2 million AI-enabled conversations with customers a year,
wow.
and that's just doubling every 6 months or so.
Right.
I think the real transformer, though, is in that people space.
Right.
The heart of insurance is a people business.
Yeah.
We have an enormous privilege of meeting our customers in their hardest, most difficult time.
Right.
When their house is flooded, they've crushed their car, they can't work, their business is not operational, they're trying to recover. And most of our customers say at some point, if not all the way through that claims process, they want to interact with a human.
Right.
So our AI journey there is about maximizing the time in which we can have staff talking to customers.
So important.
Yeah.
So important.
So really simple use cases. We have a claim summarization application. Mm-hmm. It takes all of the case management of a customer, summarizes it on a single page. It's taking between 5 and 30 minutes of prep time
right.
out of customer interactions for the complex cases.
Yeah.
And the case managers are spending that time directly interacting with customers.
And 5 to 10 minutes, I can tell you, from that makes a difference when speaking to a customer.
Huge.
Yeah,
it's huge. And similarly, in the call centers, kind of plain language queries is preventing that awkward conversation that says, "I know there's water coming through your front door, but can I just put you on hold?"
Right. Oh, yeah.
And being able to say, "Yes, I can see your policy. Here's how it will work. Here's what I need you to do."
Right.
A, it gets the customer off the phone more quickly so we can deal with the next customer. And B, you just don't have that awkward kind of hold music.
Right. Wow. Well, again, incredible use cases.
Yeah,
Thank you for sharing that. Something that stood out to me is that you said, AI is really the underpinning of your company. I mean, it is the foundation of your company. How people are scared of change.
Yep.
And in other businesses, change management is one of the hardest things in helping employees and businesses really adopt AI. How at Suncorp are you really fostering this culture of innovation, especially when it comes to working with technologies like AI and GenAI?
Okay, it certainly helps that the board and the executive leadership team are fully on board.
Yeah.
Not just on board, but have embedded it in the strategy. That certainly helps. But that's not going to get everybody else on board. We're on a really good journey at the moment within Suncorp. The last innovation conferences that we had, the last 2 were AI focused. We had 2,000 attendees, internal staff, business and tech. We've had 500 people go through formal training, and the last hackathon that we had, where we put the AI tools out in the hands of the participants, we had 400 people from both business and tech.
Wow.
So it's filtering right across the organization, from the board through the leadership to the engineers to the frontline businesses. And look, we're in a good place and people are embracing it.
That's great. And I would think that you're, like you said, the kind of people-centered approach also helps. You know where you stand and the importance of your roles when it comes to the people of Australia and New Zealand and helping them, like you said, in those really challenging times.
Yeah, look, interacting with customers at their time of need is a privilege, and that comes with an obligation to use the tools in the right way and interact with customers in the way that they want to interact, and that's really where our tools are focused.
It's critical. Well, to wrap up here, what's next on the roadmap? I mean, you've done so much already. What do you got coming up?
The next 2 years is about execution for us. We're not in experimentation with AI, and we're not in experimentation with platform modernization. It's a really substantial program of work. It's about executing on that program of work to put the foundations in place for the new platforms, build out those obvious AI use cases, come up for a breath of fresh air. There will be no limit on the number of new use cases that we have for that AI capability.
Right. Well, that's great to hear. Final question I got for you is, this is one of the first events here that Oracle's put on here in Sydney. What is the importance of an event like this for you as a customer, but also for potentially anybody who missed out on today and maybe should come next year?
Oh, look, I've spent my career working in big organizations in Australia. It's really easy to become myopic and to think that all of the answers exist inside your own organization. I think getting a global perspective, a partner perspective, and seeking out people who've answered the problem spaces that we've got in different ways is really the value for me.
Yeah, well, that's great to hear, and we look forward to coming back again and continuing those conversations and everything, all the innovation that we've got going on.
Great.
Thank you so much for doing this with us.
Thank you.